Hi and welcome back. This is going to be my Q&A video. I wanted to thank each and every one of you who left me a question on my Instagram. I've never done one of these before and I was like, oh, I need a video idea. So this is what I'm doing. Let's see, am I in focus? We're good. Love Heatherette says, what is your greatest panning accomplishment? I'm gonna have to say my Anastasia Beverly Hills Tamana palette. I finished that almost 100% up last year and I thought that was just great because I really sucked at trying to pan the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette 2 years ago. So, yeah. Emily Rebecca 84, what were your hobbies before makeup? I'm not really a big hobby person. I used to crochet a lot and do stamping like cards and stuff, but I don't think I've ever really had any true hobbies. I'm kind of boring. Taco Joy asks, what is your favorite brand and least favorite brand? My favorite brand would have to probably be MAC. For the most part, they never disappoint me. I like that there's a full range of products that I can choose from, and yeah, I like the aesthetic of the brand, everything that goes with it. My least favorite brand is Too Faced. I've tried a lot from them and I'm just kind of underwhelmed with Too Faced as a brand. I think it's a little bit gimmicky and I don't care for the quality of their items. Chic Geek Makeup 126 says, what is your favorite food? Tacos. There's this little taco shop in town that I'm kind of obsessed with, even though I don't eat there a lot, but I like tacos. I make tacos quite often. Freaking love tacos. Daniela Zarate Bo, or Danny Bo on YouTube, says, if you could start a makeup brand, what would it be called and what would be its aesthetic? The name, I'm not really sure. It would have to do something probably with daisies because that's my favorite flower. And its aesthetic would be very bright and colorful with glitters and pinks and purples. Probably me in a box. That would be its aesthetic. Just definitely fun though, and cute packaging, kind of like sugar pills. Lily Flower Tulip asks, what is my day job? I'm a substitute teacher. Is it your career or are you interested in trying different things? I'm going to be teaching my career. I'm going to be working on my credentials later on this year, possibly early next year. I've always wanted to be a teacher since like 5th grade, and then I went through a little spurt where I wanted to be a fashion designer, which is why I moved to Los Angeles as soon as I graduated high school in 2001. I like teaching though. I really like the kids and being in the classroom, and honestly the perks of having the weekends off and the summers off to be with my kids is a big perk. And I come from a family of teachers, so it's kind of in my blood. Daniela asked 2 more questions. If you had to change your hair color, what would you change it to? So you know Zendaya's hair in The Greatest Showman? I want her hair. The color, the pink, whenever she has that pink wig on, oh man. I had pink hair and I've had purple hair and a couple other different colors. I'll put a picture up here of my pink hair. It was like really short and then I manic panicked it, like the brightest pink I could. Pink. She also asked, what is the biggest thing you struggle with for your channel? Coming up with original video ideas that aren't boring. I don't think I'm super creative in that aspect. Adeline Minnie asks, can you share your skincare favorites? I'm huge on cleansers. Like the Clinique cleansing balm is my favorite cleansing balm or cleansing oil. Cleansers that don't have a lot of ingredients, and I really like a lot of this stuff from The Ordinary. The Buffet Serum is one of my favorites. And heavy nighttime moisturizers. Those are some of my favorites. Shana PFR says, when did you start wearing makeup? Do you remember a certain product or look that made you fall in love with makeup? I started wearing makeup, I think it was like my 7th or 8th grade year, probably my 8th grade year whenever I was in middle school. But it was like super basic Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, some glossy lip stuff. I don't have a favorite look or a certain look that made me fall in love with makeup, but whenever I discovered MAC's eyeshadows, like it was on like Donkey Kong. That's what really made me fall in love with makeup. She also asked, what's a technique you wish you knew way back when? Eyebrows. I didn't used to do my eyebrows. Also, using more than 2 colors in an eye look and blending. Emily asks, Emily again asks, what is the best job you've had? I was assistant manager for Rite Aid a long time ago, and I had a blast with that. I loved my coworkers. My boss was amazing. I really like retail. Even though I want to be a teacher, I really enjoyed working retail. It was just a lot of fun for me, and I just really enjoyed it. It was a good time. She also asked, where all have you lived in your life and which was your favorite? So I've lived in Arizona, Hawaii, West Virginia for a year, and California. I grew up and I've spent most of my life in California. My favorite would probably have to be West Virginia. The people were just really nice. It was eye-opening to go from California to West Virginia, and I had a lot of fun in West Virginia, even though I was only there for about a year. I loved that state though. Emily Bean asks, if you could use one brand for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Probably MAC. It's just easy for me to have access to, and I'm really happy with what I've tried from there. That would be, I guess that would be like a mid-range. High-end eyeshadows, I would probably go with the Natasha Denona. Drugstore, I honestly don't shop a lot of drugstore. I used to, but it's not something that I go for very much anymore, except for drugstore mascaras I do like. Marie Josie Piche says, what is the product you just can't go without? Skincare and makeup. Skincare, I can't go without cleansing my face. Like, I freak out if I get very low on my facial cleanser. And makeup, mascara. Like, without mascara, I feel like I look sick and tired, and I kind of look like a boy. Actually, I look like a boy with no makeup on. I look just like one of my brothers. But definitely mascara. Mascara has a way of just like opening up the eyes and making me feel or look less tired. Michaela, Beauty and Life, asks, what is your worst makeup look you can remember? I'm going to put a picture up. I'm pretty sure I still have it. And this was a little bit before I met my husband. I had a pink shadow and a teal shadow, both from MAC, and I would put those both on my eye at the same time. And it really didn't look good. I thought it looked great, but looking back, no. It was fun though. But now I'm just like, ugh. She also asks, and if you could pick 3 places to travel without having to worry about money, where would you go? I would go to Ireland. I would love to go and travel Mexico. And I would go to Neverland. Because I live in a fantasy world. Yeah. My son will ask me a question like that, and I always say Neverland, and he always has to remind me that it's not real. I'm like, how do you know? Have you ever been there? Yeah. I'm gonna go live with Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. And Tinkerbell. Candy Denise asks, how do you find the time to film, edit, and reply to every comment? I've always been so impressed by how consistent and engaged you are with your viewers. It's rare to find on YouTube. Thank you. I put aside time during the day whenever I know that I have comments that I need to reply to. Also, I don't have younger kids. My kids are pretty self-sufficient, so it's not like I have to watch them 24/7. And I just wanted to make it a point that I would reply to everybody, even if it's kind of a negative comment. It's just something, you guys are taking the time out of your day to watch me, and I wanted to take, you know, I didn't want that to go unnoticed, and I appreciate that. Lena7623 says, what got you into makeup? I think originally it was going to like Alouette parties with my mom when I was a lot younger, and that was probably the start of it. And my mom never left the house without having her face on, or her lips on, as she used to say. And so growing up with a mom who was like always done up, I think that's what really got me into makeup, and it kind of put me personally into the mindset. I'm not going to say that I need makeup, but it's something that I enjoy, and I can't imagine ever being without makeup. On the days that I don't wear makeup, I can tell that my self-confidence and my attitude's a little bit different, which is kind of sad to say, but makeup's just one of those things where I got into it at a pretty young age, but it's not something that I regret. But I'm also, on another note, I'm very careful with my daughter where I don't make it a point to tell her that she needs makeup, and I praise her mainly whenever she's not wearing it, telling her that she's pretty and stuff without her makeup on. So I don't want her growing up thinking that she needs it. And she doesn't look like a boy when she doesn't have makeup on. I did when I was younger, and I really wasn't that cute. Abby Z66 says, what made you decide to start a YouTube channel? So over 3 years ago is whenever I got into panning, the panning community, and a friend of mine, Charisse, branded girl Charisse, she was one of the ones that was like, you should probably start a YouTube channel. And so I did, and my very beginning videos were super awkward. I haven't deleted any of them, so if you ever wanted to go like back into the depths of my YouTube channel from 3 years ago, you'll see that. I really wanted to be more involved in the panning community, and Instagram was great for that. But making YouTube videos was, once I really got into it, it was just fun, and now it's kind of a hobby. What is your favorite perfume, and how many do you have? So my all-time favorite perfume ever is the I Heart New York by Bond No. 9. My husband got this for me a few years ago for Christmas, and this is like my ultimate smell. It's clean and crisp. It's not floral at all, but it like gets my engine revving. I don't know how else to say. I don't know if you've ever smelled this, but it smells divine. And then, so this is number 1. Number 2 is this Burberry one. It's just called Burberry. This girl came into the school and she was wearing this, and I could smell it on her, and I was like, what are you wearing? And she told me it was this. It's got like that amber undernote, or I don't know how to describe perfumes, but this smells so good. It's delicious. 2 that I have that I'm kind of meh about is this Viva La Juicy. It's just a roller ball. This one I really liked whenever I first smelled it, so I bought the roller ball, but sometimes it's a little bit too strong. And then my last perfume, it's actually a body oil spray. It's the Bronze Goddess by Estee Lauder. It's a oil with glitters, and I love beach, like the beach scents. Oh man, I've had this for 2 years and I haven't used it. I don't know why. I don't know. So I only have like those 4 normal size perfumes, and then I have this empty candle jar with all of my perfume samples. So I do not need to be buying perfume for a while, but I only have those 4 normal size perfumes. But yeah, I like clean, crisp scents though. If they're too floral, they give me a headache. So if that tells you anything, I don't know. All right, and my last question, which is kind of my favorite question, and this was asked by McMizzle. She says, oh, does your daughter project pan? Does she encourage your projects, or does she just sort of roll her eyes? My daughter kind of pans, only because I make her do it. Like, I won't buy her a new foundation until the one that she's using is gone or almost all the way gone. She's really good about not buying or asking for things in excess. She probably has more eyeshadow palettes than she needs, but she'll like go through a lip gloss and not ask for a new one until she's like done with that one. So she's like a natural project panner without forcing herself to use things up. And then, does she encourage my products, or does she just rolls her eyes? She does like a mixture of both. If I'm really excited about finishing something up, I will go in and be super excited about it, and she'll roll her eyes literally, because she's almost 15. But she also is really good at encouraging me. She might be doing it like fakely, like, way to go, mom, as she's rolling her eyes. But yeah, I mean, she's got my back on this, and she'll tell me straight up if I don't need something, even whenever I'm like, but I want it. She'll be like, no, because you have like 50 lipsticks that you need to get through. So yeah. All right, that was my Q&A. Thank you so much for asking me questions. That was fun. I really enjoyed this. I don't know if I'll do another one, maybe like in another 3 years, if I'm hopefully still on YouTube at that time. So I hope that was good for you, because that was fun for me. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.